They said it was just a little discomfort, a tiny ache in the chest, nothing serious. But then, the nurse's voice cut through the sterile silence like a thunderclap. "We're losing him!" Imagine that moment, the heart pounding in panic, not just inside the patient, but in every person watching helplessly. Time freezes, faces go pale, machines beep faster and faster, blood clots, silent assassins lurking inside the veins. They don't announce themselves. No warning bells, no flashing lights. Just a quiet buildup that, one day, shatters your life. You might think, that's someone else's story. But what if I told you it's much closer than you think? Closer than your next meal, your next step, your next breath. Stop. Really stop for a second. What if your veins, or those highways carrying life's essence, started clogging? What if your blood, instead of flowing freely, thickened, slowed down, threatening to shut down your entire body? It's terrifying, and more common than you imagine. Every year, thousands wake up to that nightmare, a stroke, a heart attack, a sudden collapse, and all because a tiny clot decided to take over. But here's the twist. What if there was a way to fight back? Not with pills that make your head spin or risky surgeries, but with something as simple, as natural as the food on your plate? You heard me right. Food. The very thing you might be overlooking every day could be the key to dissolving those deadly clots, to clearing your veins, to taking back control. And before you say, "I'm too old for this," or "it won't work for me," listen carefully. This is not about age. This is about choices, about power, about life itself. Because the truth is brutal and beautiful. Your body is a battlefield, and every meal is a chance to win or lose. In the next minutes, I'm going to tell you the story of those hidden enemies inside you, and then how you can become the hero who defeats them, starting now. So stay with me, because what you're about to learn could save your life. Anna was like many of us, busy, tired, living her days in a blur of routines. She was 62, a grandmother with a sharp smile and a stubborn streak. "I felt fine," she told me once. "Just a little tired, maybe. Nothing more." But then came the day she woke up, and her leg felt heavy, numb. She brushed it off. "I thought it was just sleeping wrong," she said. Days passed. The heaviness grew, creeping up her calf like an uninvited guest. One morning, as she stood to get her coffee, a sudden sharp pain shot through her chest. It felt like an elephant was sitting there, she remembered. Her breath caught. She tried to call out, but only a whisper escaped. Her daughter found her on the floor. "Mom, talk to me," she cried. But Anna was fading fast. At the hospital, the doctor's words hit her like a storm. "You have a deep vein thrombosis, a blood clot blocking your vein. It's dangerous." Anna's world spun. How could something so small cause so much damage? She was scared, angry, confused. "I thought I was healthy," she said. "How did I miss this?" The truth? She wasn't alone. Like Anna, millions ignore the quiet signals their bodies send. Fatigue, swelling, slight pains, easily dismissed as age or stress. But these signs are whispers before the scream. Anna's story didn't end in the hospital. It was the beginning of a fight. She refused to be a victim of her own veins. She dug deep, searching for answers. What foods could help? What habits could protect her? It wasn't easy. Old habits die hard. The bread, the sweets, the heavy meals she loved, they had to go. Instead, she learned to listen to her body, to feed it with what could heal, not harm. And slowly things changed. The heaviness lifted, the pain faded, her energy returned, like the sun breaking through clouds after a storm. "I feel alive again," Anna said. Her journey is a reminder it's never too late to rewrite your story, to take back your health. Because the real battle isn't against time, it's against the choices we make every day. And Anna? She's winning. One meal, one step at a time. Imagine your bloodstream as a vast river, flowing steady and strong, carrying life-giving oxygen and nutrients to every corner of your body. Now, picture what happens when that river meets a dam, A blood clot. The flow slows, pressure builds, and everything downstream suffers. Blood clots are not just lumps of thickened blood. They're complex, living things formed by a mix of platelets, tiny cells rushing to repair damage, and a web of fibrin, a protein that acts like a sticky net. Normally, this system is your body's superhero. It stops bleeding when you cut yourself. But sometimes, this hero turns rogue. Picture a narrow canyon where rocks and debris start to pile up. That's what happens inside your veins when blood flow slows down or becomes turbulent. Maybe you're sitting too long. Maybe your diet is rich in certain fats. Maybe inflammation runs high, like a smoldering fire inside. The blood thickens, and those platelets begin to stick where they shouldn't. Now, here's a key point. These clots don't just block the flow. They starve your organs of oxygen and nutrients, triggering pain, weakness, even death of tissue. A clot in the leg might cause swelling and heaviness. A clot traveling to the lungs or heart. That's a disaster waiting to happen, a heart attack or stroke. Scientists have discovered that chronic inflammation is like gasoline poured on this fire. When your body is constantly irritated by poor diet, stress, or illness, it pumps out chemicals that encourage clot formation. Your blood gets stickier, more likely to gel where it shouldn't. But it's not all doom and gloom. Your body has its own cleanup crew, enzymes that dissolve clots, like tiny demolition experts breaking down the dam. The trick? Helping your body keep those enzymes active and powerful. And that's where food comes in. Certain foods act like natural firefighters. They cool down inflammation, thin the blood gently, and help clear those sticky webs. Imagine garlic, rich in compounds that stop platelets from clumping. Or turmeric, with its fiery pigment that douses inflammation like a rainstorm. It's not magic, but science wrapped in nature's wisdom. Your veins can clear, your blood can flow freely again, but only if you give your body the tools. Not chemicals that fight hard, but harm too much. Natural, powerful, everyday foods. So next time you sit down, think of your bloodstream as that river again. Will you let it dam up, or will you feed it the power to flow strong and clear every single day? You know, I once met George, a spry 70-year-old with a twinkle in his eye, but a secret battle with sluggish veins. George loved his afternoon tea, strong and black, every day without fail. But here's the catch. He drank it on an empty stomach. One afternoon, George told me, I felt dizzy, like the world just spun out of control. That's when his doctor warned him, too much caffeine, especially on an empty stomach, thickens your blood. It's like adding glue to an already sticky mess. So George switched things up. He started with a simple habit, water before tea. Then he added fresh lemon, a small zing of natural blood thinner. His dizziness, gone. His energy, back. Here's your first story-backed tip. Start your day with water and lemon before caffeine. It wakes up your veins gently and keeps your blood flowing smoothly. Then there's Maria. She had a sweet tooth that could rival any teenager's. Cakes, cookies, sugary drinks, her daily companions. But what she didn't know was how sugar fuels inflammation. One day, after a family picnic, Maria felt an unusual heaviness in her legs. It was like I was carrying weights, she said. Her doctor explained how excess sugar causes inflammation, making blood thicker and prone to clotting. Maria didn't give up her treats overnight. Instead, she found balance. She swapped out one sugary snack for handfuls of berries, natural antioxidants that cool inflammation like a soothing balm. Your second tip, cut back on sugar, replace it with antioxidant-rich fruits like berries. They fight inflammation and keep your veins clear, bite by bite. Finally, meet Tom, a retired engineer proud of his morning jogs and Sunday barbecues. But Tom had a habit. He skipped leafy greens. I didn't like the taste, he admitted. One winter, Tom caught a cold that hung on for weeks. His doctor warned him, without enough greens, you miss out on vitamin K, essential for regulating blood clotting. Without it, clots can form too easily. Tom made a pact with himself. Every meal must include at least one green, spinach, kale, or broccoli. It wasn't love at first bite, but slowly his veins thanked him. His recovery sped up, and he felt lighter on his feet. Third tip, add leafy greens daily to regulate clotting naturally. They're your veins' best friend, keeping the flow balanced and safe. Each of these stories isn't just advice. It's proof that simple changes, one by one, can clear the path for your blood to flow free and keep your heart beating strong. Look, I'm not here to give you a speech about what you should do. This isn't about rules or guilt. It's about something much bigger, your life. You've already lived through storms. You've faced days when the world felt heavy, when your body whispered warnings you almost ignored. But here you are, still standing, still breathing. That means something. It means you have the power to choose, right now, this moment, how your story continues. Picture your veins again, those silent rivers carrying your life force. They don't care about age, labels, or excuses. They respond to your choices, to your care. Every meal, every sip, every step is a chance to clear the path, to keep that river flowing strong and steady. And it's not about perfection, it's about small victories. Like Anna waking up lighter, George swapping tea for water and lemon, Maria choosing berries over sugar, Tom biting into greens he once avoided. These aren't just stories, they're proof that change is possible, that your body remembers how to heal. So don't wait for a crisis to shock you into action. Don't let fear be the only thing driving you. Start now, for yourself, for the people who need you, for the moments still waiting to be lived, because inside you is a river, a warrior, a story not finished. And the next chapter? It's yours to write. Take a deep breath. Feel your heart beat. That's life calling. Answer it.